Good morning, students. Now I am going to start chapter 3. Why do we need parliament? Parliament enables citizens of India to participate in decision making and control the government, thus making it the most important symbol of Indian democracy and a key feature of the constitution. So it is very important part of Indian government. So we are going to discuss about parliament. People joined struggle inspired by the idea of freedom, equality and participation in decision making. In during British period, they were not having freedom, equality, and they were not having right to participate in decision making process, and they struggled to get these rights, and Indians did not agree decisions that they took with high pressure of Indian National Congress. British government allowed discuss the budget and ask question. They did not agree with the decisions of the British government, and with the pressure of Indian National Congress, British government allowed them to discuss the budget and ask questions in their assembly. The Government of India Act 1909 allowed indirect elections to Legislative Assembly. Means one act was made by Britishers that Legislative Assembly will be having some members of Indian people, and they will be elected indirectly. Indirectly means people will not elect them, they will be elected by the Britishers. Direct election means like when we vote and elect our representatives, that is direct election, and indirect is when some other person or some other body elect the representatives. So indirect election means British will elect themselves some members of Indian community as members of Legislative Assembly. But in national leaders means our leaders of Congress, they were not satisfied with this, because if they will be indirectly elected, they will not be representative of the people. At last, India became independence on August 1947 through a process of long and difficult struggle. You know that it was a long and difficult struggle, and after that struggle, India got freedom in 1947. Take-off points: democracy, desire, approval and participation of people. So when India got independence, they took the point of democracy, and they were having desire that people will participate in decision making process that was not given to them during British period. The individual give approval to the government through elections. Individual means citizens, they should give approval to the government through election. Like nowadays we elect our representatives, and those representatives form a parliament, and majority party in parliament form the government. So we participate in a government election. People elect their representative, and that group of representative form the government. Parliament is made up of representatives that we elect through elections. We vote and our representatives are elected, and those elected representatives form the government. And that government means parliament is part of government, and parliament is organ that control and guides the government. We elect some representatives, those representatives form the parliament. That is picture of Indian Parliament. Indian Parliament consists of the President, Rajya Sabha and Lok Sabha. These are the organs in parliament. So parliament is having Rajya Sabha and Lok Sabha, two houses. So what is difference between Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha? Lok Sabha is called lower house and Rajya Sabha is called upper house, but Lok Sabha is more powerful house because in Lok Sabha our elected representatives, through direct election we elect those representatives and they are part of Lok Sabha, and in Rajya Sabha people representatives are indirectly elected. So the persons who are directly elected by the people are representatives in a real manner and they are having the more powers. Maximum strength could be 552 in Lok Sabha and in Rajya Sabha it could be 250. 530 members will be elected from states for the Lok Sabha and 20 members from union territories and 2 members will be nominated by president in Lok Sabha. They will be representative of Anglo-Indian community because that is minority community and they will not be elected if we give them chance in elections. So Lok Sabha is having that composition. It is described in our constitution. And in Rajya Sabha maximum seats 250-230 seats representatives will be elected by state and union territories and 12 members will be nominated by the president. That is procedure of Rajya Sabha's composition. Lok Sabha is presided by speaker. Their head is called speaker and head of Rajya Sabha is vice president. Members of Lok Sabha are elected for 5 years. They are elected after every 5 years. And members of Rajya Sabha are elected for 6 years. Rajya Sabha is permanent house. It never dissolves. Members are elected for 6 years but Rajya Sabha remains. It never dissolves. How is this possible? The members who are elected in Rajya Sabha will work for 6 years and after every 2 years, 2/3 majority of Rajya Sabha members are re-elected. And after next 2 years, next 2/3 members will be re-elected. And after next 2 years, next 2/3 members will be re-elected. So once a representative is elected, he or she will complete 6 years. After 6 years, that batch is re-elected. So that is composition of Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha. In next video, we will discuss functions of parliament.